This is day 1242 of Arukh Yomi, and Arukh Yomi is dedicated to the Hatzal and Yeshua of Klal Yisrael in the fight against the terrorists from Gaza and Machshmam. Today we are doing Siman Kuf Beis Zayin Yoredea, Sip Tzadik Beis, and we're going to emerge from Siman Kuf Beis Zayin and tackle the only slightly shorter Siman Kuf Beis Ches to see Vav. Sorry, base. The Psula calls my Shula Pasku Dam Psulim in a woman who was married as a Psula, as a virgin, as long as the blood from her virginity has not ceased flowing. Lo Shavkin Ra Machas Tashish, Allah of Ra Machas Tashish is not relevant. I call Dam Psulim, we assume everything is from the Dam Psulim. Ben Shigdola, whether she's an adult, Ben Shigdan, whether she's a minor. Therefore, somebody who has relations with a virgin, come upon me several times. And she sees blood on account of the relations. We assume it's until she has a complete bia one time. It does not see any blood. So that would be the evidence that the blood of her besulim no longer is extant. Then after she sees 3 times on account of the tasha, she is assumed to see blood on account of having relations. If he didn't complete a bia, ain raya kamban, obviously there's no proof. Only have up to a year to assume it's dam psulim. Ain sham. Yesh magdon shepikbu ikar din zeh. The going more dubious about this halacha. Ikshi when she's older, lachar zman bagrusa after bagrus, which is of course 12 and a half. These laws are based on dam psulim to assume for a long time that's dam psulim because a Bulgaris already does not have much dam psulim. Unless she has pain. But if it's generic and without any pain, it's difficult to say that's dam psulim. But it's enough 5 or 6 times, not more. Ladina requires further analysis. Even if she didn't desist from saying one time, she doesn't have any pain at the time of relations. She's like any other woman, and we don't assume that it's dam psulim. Those who argue on him, agree to what he said. As long as she doesn't have pain, we don't assume for an extended amount of time that it is dam psulim. So the brackets at the 1,000 shach write the same thing. He also writes, if a man has some sort of the condition which blood comes out from his organ and they have relations, so he should tell the woman can assume that the blood is his. Partially, it's obvious. He's bar obis yashma kup tzadik. This will be clarified in Simon kup tzadik coming up. V'day yishno the isha when she yadayim b'sula v'dama b'dam psulim. Woman who claims that she's still b'sula and the blood is dam psulim. In that manner, she's believed. Sharei Torah mina b'chol mashtamar. As Arukh HaShulchan said several times, we believe her whatever she says. And if he indeed says grusha amana, therefore even when she gets married as a divorcee or widow, but she says that the first husband is not capable of he was impotent and they was not able to have a complete bia. But she had dam basula in a manner that she's still basula. But then we had dam basulim and the blood is dam basulim. In that manner she is believed. So all this thing about casting doubt is only if she doesn't assert it. The halacha of the different colors of blood and the halacha of where the womb falls. The 5 colors of blood which are tamei in a woman: adam, red, v'shachar, black, ukerna, karkum, a type of saffron color, ukimeme adama, a type of muddy color, ukumazug, and like a type of diluted wine. Einsham, the minatera lo komene damim tamei. Not all the blood is tamei. If you have a question about in judgment between blood and blood, between blood which is tamei, blood which is torah. Minatora ain't no tamei elu chamisha maras. The only minatora only these 5 colors of blood are tamei shenaduin which are very red. And black is also considered to be red. But it got damaged or old in some way, and it became blackened. And even or black is not Tommy, right? So Mok Mishak was Kidyo, only black, which is deep in its color like ink. Kamoshi's brothers, we shall see. All these four are red. So just different in their redness. Hey, so Adam Ketzah Mariso. What is red in its classic red sense? It's like the red which comes out when people are bloodlet. Look, when people are bloodlet, because the shabemos are not like the when an animal has bloodlet. How do you compare the two? No saying that because you put the blood in a cup, and you compare it to the bloodletting in a cup. You see it. Black, who can't is like dry ink. What's kekeren? Karkom, every karkom lach, begusha adam shalav, bring a moist saffron in the clump of dirt upon which it's growing. Okay, you take from the, I guess, clearest part of the saffron, which is the middle stalk. Shakuk mokana, who it's all completely like a stalk. In each stalk, there are three other stalks, and each one has three leaves. And you compare the blood to the middle leaf in the middle stalk. And you look at it, and you liken one to the other. What's Memi Adama? Maybe Adama Aduma, you bring red dirt. This is found in a place called Sichni, Venosa Adama Maim, and you put on the dirt water. And the dirt should be in a vessel. To the point where the water goes over the dirt very thinly, like the peel of a garlic. There's no measure in how much water and how much dirt. Just what we just other than what we just said. And you muddy the water with the dirt when they're in a vessel. And you compare the blood to this. The dafka k'sheyachurin, specifically when they're muddied. I mean, if they get clear, you have to muddy them again. All these colors of blood. The color of blood was like one of these. Certainly, if it's deeper, darker than them, meaning redder. It's tummy. It's lighter than them. Not as red as they are tar. It's good. So in black, it's darker than dry ink. You have tomato, it's tummy. It's lighter than dry ink. If it's like a black olive or like a pitch, or like a raven, tahar. That's tar. That's in those four colors. But the color which is, I should say the hue, the hue of diluted wine. The dinner was a different halach. The dafka kamara zut man, specifically in that manner, it's tummy. Lo kamara zu, but it's not like this color specifically. I feel even if it's a deeper color, tahar. What is to be diluted wine? One part wine from the Sharon wine Eretz Yisrael, which is new wine. Two parts water. That which is that which is deep in that is tar. It's only if that deeper red doesn't reach the level of one of the reds we already mentioned. But it reaches the deepness of one of the deep hue of one of the reds we already mentioned, then it's tomato. Okay. Dalit. Now the question here. All these bloods are red. He said just one is higher. The hue is deeper than the other one. It seems that the bloodletting is one level. Mozog Avichona is the top level, and Mozog the diluted wine is the last level. Okay, Lame also say anything which is redder than diluted wine is tummy. Chagan the Paracha Shas B'Shvuos, and the Gemara Shvuos has a similar thing. Liam Amar Arba Mar Sogaim in terms of the 4 U's of Tzaras. V'Yomru Mikum Beit Solomal Tom. Say anything which is the white of the membrane of an egg and above and whiter is Tomei. Ayin Sham. B'Sham Matayit Shas answers there. Lamarcha that tells Kokain Shana Baki Beit Mishmo Same. Ain't going who's not acquainted with them and their names. Ain't also going he cannot paskin on Tzaras. Ayin Sham. It's possible to say the same thing. The Kocham Shana Baki Beit Mishmo Same. Anybody Kocham was not conversant with them and their names. Ain't also he can't see blood. There are several Chachmei who are not well acquainted with blood colors. Them Tameh. That's why today any reddish color is Tameh, as we shall see. The bracket says that what you asked. Let's say everything which is above diluted wine is Tameh. Not so difficult. The Mamazu Gamamok Mikantar, because after all, diluted wine, even if it's a deeper color, it's still dark, which Kasam. But it could have said anything from the muddy water and above is tummy. Hey, if you listen early, it seems to me it's more likely to say the kol ilmini damim hem madregas kukas the garmei zemizeh. That these are different levels where between them it's not tummy. Not that one is redder than the other in its depth. It's a totally different type of red. They're not related to each other at all. This is true. Because if not, meaning in all the 3 types of blood, if it's lighter than them, it's tar. If you're going to say it's one continuum, except one is deeper than the other. Came so if that's the case by bloodletting, lama tar, but why is it tar if it's lighter? Heavy just let be a second or third madrego, which is tummy. They must not be from the same type at all. Also evidence that which we hold the mazuk by the wine which is diluted. I feel even if it's deeper, it's tar. It seems against the svar. Why should deeper red be gria worse than, in other words, in this case, better actually, because it's tar, which is not so red. This must be that there was a Mesorah. You see, like it says, Damea, Trey, Zimne. It says the man tries to convert Shamashas. This they learn. Damea is plural, 2 times Damea. Says Arba meaning Dam, and therefore types of blood. The Kul meaning Chalukim Ham, and all the different types. Vakabala, the Bishloshim, the Dia Mekantar, and the Mesorahs, and 3 of them. If it's lighter, it's tar. Bagav Devsha, the Betsa, Musa, Dain, Yoser, Odom, Milamat, Meno, even though could be it's still more red than the level beneath it. In this type of red, it's tar when it is in this species of red. It's tar when it is lighter. And by the diluted wine color, then the Mesorah is the dafka kamar zutame. Specifically according to this you, it's tame. Not another you, even if it's deeper. It says the brackets can you use daiti. Vav umatzas. Matzasi Riley the Dvarayenu, proof from to what we're saying. Yusham is operating based in Nida. Yusham says, any person does not know how to perceive dam, which is tar, layer dam with me, we should not try to perceive which blood is tummy. Rama says until he is acquainted with them and their names. Rabbi Yochanan seems to agree with this. The all tar blood I know, called Dani Tmeimani I know, and all Tame blood I know. Im tar sheba Adam who Tame Shemei Adama. If it's tar, if it's tar in red, it's Tame Mei Adama. Man lo yadaha. Somebody doesn't know this. Lo yadachami does not know this. He politically akan shalom. What's Yusham saying? Which means to say Shmuel Mar the lo tema. Don't say the getter term with tmeim. That definition Torah told me rak getter echad be'echos amilmus is one definition in the quality of the red. The same tzarich rabbikius. This you wouldn't need to be a very adept. Meaning, Rabbi is right. There are many types. There are many different boundaries. Okay, in any of their kiddush terms, so you definitely don't know the parameters of the Torah blood. We don't know the parameters of the Tomei blood either. Rav say have know all the 5 types of blood, them and their names. Know the parameter of each one in its quality. The Daiba said that's enough. But Yochanan Amar Shebaki Ubishneim is Bakim both. The Gam Baki Usha Torah Bishmadrega Rishayna and also knows that which is Torah on the first level, meaning that it is lighter than the blood which from Duma Madrega said mean which may at the Mbadama. Still red when terms comes to in relation to the mud water. Nevertheless, who tore, nevertheless it's tar. They should say, mean because it's a different type of red. So even though its red is the same hue as the red of Memi Adama, because it comes from a red which is supposed to be like Damaka, it becomes light to the point of Dam of Memi Adama, so no longer is Matami. Again, this type of red this type only Damakas time. Male man so he doesn't know this. He's not shouldn't look at blood. It's going to be Tami that which is Torah of his own mamish b'reinu. That's exactly what it's saying. Brackets he says Rashi but Avchav the Muslim with Maskal Amok Mikan Tor in Osam Maru if it's from that countenance on Imu Megedder Marazu and it's in the parameters of this specific you have a migeter acher, but if it's from a different parameter, tame marzu, it could be tame in this mar, depending on the parameter of blood we're dealing with. If it's very red and it goes into a different category of mara, then it could be tame. And evidently, Arukh HaShulchan says Rashi is saying like him, ayin sham beduk, see there and notice that that's the case. Tomorrow we'll see, well, this is not relevant, but it's not as